Good morning, girls, and welcome to today's assembly. This assembly is all about people who inspire us, and we talk a lot in school about people who inspire us. Sometimes they're people who have told their story through a book. Maybe this is an example of somebody that inspires us. Or sometimes they're people who have written a book that we particularly enjoy. I know a lot of you are Harry Potter fans, and so J.K. Rowling might be somebody that inspires you as well. Sometimes people that inspire us aren't always real life people. They might be a character from a story. So a most recent example is the lovely story of Little Women and the character of Jo that really inspires me. Or perhaps from the Hunger Games, Katniss Everdeen is another character who inspires me. So today we're going to be thinking about people who inspire us, and I want you to think really carefully about somebody that inspires you. There might also be people that are inspiring you by things they are doing at the moment to help others. Examples of these might be some of our amazing NHS workers or other key workers that are helping people at this moment. Captain Tom Moore, who turns 100 on Thursday, is also an example of somebody that's really inspirational at the moment. Not only has he walked 100 laps of his garden, but he's raised a huge amount of money for NHS charities, and now he has a #1 single.
Lovely story coming up. A 99-year-old war veteran has decided to walk 100 lengths of his back garden. Why did you decide to do this? I know your deadline is your 100th birthday.
Why? Well, I've had such marvellous service from the National Health Service, particularly the nurses.
Tom, we've got another surprise for you. We've got a special guest with us. We've got Michael Ball with us, who I know whose company you enjoy very much.
Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain. Though your dreams be tossed and blown.
And we can say good afternoon to Captain Tom Moore. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I just need to say congratulations because you are the UK's official #1.
That really is truly amazing, isn't it?
Being part of the GDST means we also have a huge number of women that have gone through our schools that also inspire us in their role as an alumni. We're going to hear from one of those alum now. Her name's Emma Brown, and you may have heard of Emma because she accompanied our Armistice 100 winners to France in November of 2018. Emma is a graduate from Cambridge University and is now a professional mezzo-soprano singer.
Hello, Emma here from the Netherlands. I saw your video of Somewhere Over the Rainbow and it really moved me. It was lovely to see you doing something for the NHS. I was impressed by your singing and playing, and my compliments to the technician. I heard from Mr. Cox that summer term started this week. It must be strange for you to have your lessons over the internet. When I was at NGHS, we didn't really have the internet, and we didn't have mobile phones. And I think if we'd needed guided home learning, it would have to have been done by post. I'm amazed by how quickly you're adapting to the new situation. It shows true resilience. Here in the Netherlands, we're also in lockdown. It's very similar to the UK. What's helped me is planning something positive, just something small, every day. For me, that's baking, singing, of course, and reading nice books. At the moment, I'm rereading Harry Potter, thoroughly enjoying it. It's nice to have the time to do this, and it really helps just to plan something small you can look forward to. What also helped me was listening to the Queen's speech and her message of hope. I don't know if you heard it, but she mentioned the first ever broadcast she made back in 1940 when she was still a princess. She'd been sent away from her home in London to live in Windsor Castle because London was being bombed during the Second World War, and they felt that Windsor Castle was safer. Together with her sister, Princess Margaret, she addressed the many children who had been evacuated from the cities. These children had been taken away from their families and sent to the countryside to be cared for by strangers so they were safe from the bombs. If you're interested in reading about this time, and it's really fascinating, a great book is this one, Goodnight, Mr. Tom. And of course, the 4 children in The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe were also evacuees. Back in 1940, speaking to the evacuees, the 14-year-old Princess Elizabeth said, "We know, every one of us, that in the end, all will be well. And when peace comes, remember it will be for us, the children of today, to make the world of tomorrow a better and happier place." I think she would use the same words today to address children about the end of the pandemic. So instead of saying, "and when peace comes," she would say, "and when the pandemic is over, remember it will be for us, or for you, the children of today, to make the world of tomorrow a better and happier place." This week, the Queen celebrates her 94th birthday. It will be a very different celebration for her, more like the Second World War than like 2019. I find it really strange that 75 years after the end of the Second World War, we're once again living in a new and challenging situation. Just like the children who were evacuated, many of us are unable to see the people we love, our relations, our friends, and we're also adapting to new circumstances. We're living with uncertainty. We are living under the shadow of a pandemic. I am extremely grateful we are not living in a war. We can stay safe from this virus simply by staying at home, by washing our hands, by following guidelines. It would have been much harder to stay safe from the bombs of the Second World War. One thing I find really positive about the world we're living in today is seeing how nations have united to share information and research to try to prevent the virus spreading further and to try to find a cure. It shows we can work together internationally in a spirit of peace and friendship. It's this spirit of peace and friendship that the veterans who fought in the Second World War were fighting for. I've met a lot of veterans through my singing work in remembrance, and something that surprises me is that when they talk about the war, they don't talk about fighting against an enemy or a country or against Mr. Hitler's armies. No, they talk about fighting for peace, for freedom, for liberation. These veterans showed tremendous resilience, both in the war and in adjusting to civilian life after the war. This is where I was wondering if you would like to join me and Mr. Rolfe. Last Sunday, we met up on Zoom with Mr. Cox and discussed what we could do to celebrate 75 years of freedom and friendship, the freedom and friendship that we've enjoyed since the end of the Second World War. Now, of course, we can't meet up, we can't arrange a concert. None of these things are possible because we're all at home for our own safety. But what we could do is make a music video together. I would like to invite you to join me in a music video, and the song we had in mind is from the Second World War. It's probably the veterans' favourite song, and it's also the song the Queen referred to in her speech. It's called We'll Meet Again, and it was first sung by Vera Lynn. I'll give you a taste of it. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. I hope to see you online soon. Have a wonderful term.
We look forward to hearing and seeing this exciting music video from our choirs and Emma. Next Monday, I will have news about how we can all get involved in an exciting way to celebrate 75 years of freedom and friendship. We're going to celebrate now by finding out which of you have achieved your House Point Awards. And as we're not in our junior hall to present these certificates, when you hear your name, I want you to shout out which house you are in so that we can all give you a huge round of applause. Congratulations to Zainab Mohammed on her Bronze Award. Congratulations to the following girls for achieving their Silver Award: Zara Appleyard, Sunmaya Mahil, Amelie Aston, Karen Shendy, Josie Skinner, Lola Wheatcroft, Zainab Ali and Elizabeth Fairhurst. And finally, congratulations to the following girls for achieving their Gold Award. 300 house points go to Amelia Alcock, Gia Mahal, Lizzie Block, Nima Uddin, Jess Brown and Shania Singh. Well done, girls.
Again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.